So what would you tell somebody that is in the story, hasn't had a non-dual realization, and tells you there's nothing I can do. I I continue to believe that it's real, and I continue to believe that there's union. I continue to believe that they're going to come back. What would you say to that?
Nothing. There's nothing you can do. I mean, realizing that it's all just the story will happen when it happens. Um, it will end when it ends. There's no telling on how and when that just falls off, apparently. It just falls off on its own, and there's nowhere where it says that this is when it's gonna happen.
So you had a twin flame. You had three. How did the twin flame story somehow bring you to a non-dual realization?
Okay, so I was seeking a lot. Um, I kept trying to get there. I kept trying to reach for something. I have become very spiritual at one time, believing that that would help me come into union with my twin flame. And I don't even know what that is anymore. I don't even know what a union, there's no such thing as union. You're already it, right? But I just kept seeking and wanting. I wanted to know when it was gonna happen. And I don't know, it's like I started watching a lot of non-dual speakers, and I couldn't stop watching them. It's like I had to binge watch them, even though I didn't understand what I was watching. There was a resonation there, an energetic resonation there somehow, some way. And eventually realization happened. I I woke up from from it all, from the whole twin flame story, spirituality, religion, life in general. I just apparently woke up, and it was just something that naturally happened on its own. And in the
Yeah,
story, you would call it waking up, right? But I don't even know what that is. But it's the only way to identify with what apparently happened.
so do you think that the twin flame was a catus? What is it called? It, what's the word? Catastol? What is
Catalyst, a
catalyst?
catalyst to the awakening.
Yeah,
That's just the story.
that's just a
I used
story.
to believe that. I used to believe that there was such thing as the twin flame being a catalyst to the awake to wake up, for the person to wake up. But even that's just the story. I don't know. That's just it. I don't know what you call it and why all of those things appeared to happen the way they did. There's really no
Because
telling.
yeah, because like in the illusion, there's time and space, and one thing leads to another, but I don't know how other way to explain it, but in non-duality, there's just this, and there's nothing that's leading up to this, and it's just all, there's no reason or meaning of why it's happening. And I feel like in the illusion, a lot of people take the spiritual path and the twin flame path as a way to get closer to God and get closer to this phenomenal lover, right? This end all be all fantasy, man or woman, whatever it is. And the seeking is the same. The seeking is the same as seeking God, seeking them, seeking something outside of yourself.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's all the same. There's no difference. And sometimes I see how spiritual people somehow look down on twin flame people, like they're weird, because it's like a person they're seeking. But all seeking is seeking. It doesn't matter. You could be seeking this big career, seek what doesn't matter, seeking this perfect body.